What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Fallout 4. In the last episode, we resolved the crisis that was the Battle of Bunker Hill, reclaiming the escaped synths from the railroad with, ironically enough, the railroad's help. They helped us fend off the Brotherhood, who was also attacking the place. But as soon as we got down into the basement where the synths were being held, we snuck them out right from under their noses. And let's just say Father was pretty happy about that. He's put a lot of trust in us, enough trust that we are being allowed to attend what he calls a directorate meeting with the other heads of the Institute as they talk about some really important stuff. So we're going to head straight on over to that because...
But he looks so much older than you.
Yeah, I know, Julia. It's weird. Yeah, so we need to attend this and get this done. There's going to be a lot of dialogue associated with this right off the bat, but I want to do this first because this is going to allow us to then sort of take a break from main story quest stuff and do some side things that I have been putting off up till this point. So let's just head on inside.
We're all here.
If I can shut the door.
I think
there we
it's
go.
time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is she doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
I don't think so.
It's all right. I wouldn't expect you to have. The project has been classified from the beginning. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
What kind of compromises?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Sounds like an important step.
That's an understatement. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I am not overly fond of putting my own mother in harm's way, she has proven more than capable of handling herself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please. As I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What? Please, be serious.
Everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
You're dying?
I'm afraid so. A very aggressive form of cancer. Believe me when I say we've done everything we can. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my mother as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really?
Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? She isn't one of us. She isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my mother has already proven herself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
The latest synth generation is just amazing.
Wow, that's interesting to jump right into that as soon as this is over, Clayton. Get the heck out of here, you weirdo. Come on, go away, go away. All of you. Allie, go away. Madison, Clayton, Justin, all of you leave. Just get the heck out. I need to have a talk. What in the world? That was so much to there's so much to unpack out of that in such a short amount of time. Okay, all of you gone? Okay, go. What?
This truly is a wonderful place, isn't it?
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Mother. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
Extremely presumptuous, but...
I don't know if I'm right for this.
Well, I clearly have faith in you. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Wow. Mankind redefined. So yeah, like I said, that's a lot to unpack. After all that, and Sean is dying after such a short time. Well, we're only 4 episodes in, and then the intro and what? Wow. So where do I even begin with this? First things first, it's a little bit of a situation, obviously, to suddenly be instantly named the successor to Sean in the event that he does pass away, which is apparently going to be soon, but also to then just have all that responsibility and to be expected to do everything, or to, I guess, further the Institute's goals. Now, what kind of character would Nora be to actually do all of that? Well, I guess that's what we're going to be exploring for the remainder of this. I'm going to shut your door. Why? For no reason. I guess we're going to be exploring that for the remainder of this playthrough. But yeah, that's where we are. And there is a tooltip that actually flashed up there at the end that I wanted to draw attention to, and that is that X688 is now available to be our companion. Now, I do believe, I could be wrong about this, but I do believe he is off at the Synth Retention Bureau, so I'm actually going to go pick him up before we do anything else. Which that's right over here, because he, well, obviously is the one companion that we're going to actually have available to us here in the Institute, and I think it would be very silly to do an Institute level playthrough, or exclusive playthrough, and not try to gain the highest affinity possible with the one companion that this faction gives you. So, let's head on inside, and, well, right after Justin does, because you can't ever open the doors at the same time that they do. It's very annoying trying to get around NPCs who are going through doorways in any Bethesda game, not just this one. Okay, where is X6 at?
But try to remember that synths aren't people.
I know, I love that she keeps saying that. There you are.
A successful mission on all counts, ma'am.
Hey,
Ready for the next mission, ma'am?
let's move out.
Right behind you, ma'am.
And there we go. Just like that, X6 is with us. And also, I am now carrying too much and cannot... Gosh dang it. Okay, well, I'm definitely going to have to get a few of these things off of me. But I should probably start by actually equipping a lot of these things. And then I can actually give you a few things to hold. So hang tight.
Yeah?
There we go. Okay, so... with X6 in tow, we're going to be doing quite a number of things, actually. So let's head on outside of the Retention Bureau. And I noticed that there was somebody standing in front of the robotics division. It looks like they were about to have a conversation. I don't know what. You popped up doing something. What's going on over here?
He's never been up there.
Have you seen
seen J522 around. He didn't show up for duty today, and I can't seem to find him.
Did you check robotics? He was probably scheduled for routine maintenance. I wouldn't worry about it.
I thought so too, but he wasn't in the log, and everyone I've asked hasn't seen him. He's never just missed his shift like that.
What are you saying?
I'm worried something might have happened to him. No one knows where he is. It's like he just disappeared. It doesn't feel right.
Shh. Keep your voice down. You know what happens if they hear you talking like this? They'll wipe you. I suggest you keep this to yourself.
But what if something's wrong? Look around. Courser patrols have doubled. Synths are being wiped more frequently. Something is going on.
I don't want to hear anymore. Do whatever you want. Just leave me out of it.
Huh. Well, anyway, we're going to head off over to bioscience now, because one of the main things that I actually want to take care of is, well, a promise that we made, if I can actually go into the right menu here. So, Virgil kind of helped us get here in the first place. He was very instrumental to getting into the Institute because he was the only one who mostly knew how to access the relay and gave us the lead on taking down a courser to do so. But Virgil asked us one thing: to get into the FEV lab in the bioscience division, which is where he worked. And we're going to do that. One way or another, we're going to get that done. But we're going to need to be, I guess, not quiet, but we don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves in doing so. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to head right in, but then take a right before going anywhere else. We don't want to go actually into the main area. And then somewhere back here, where is it? There you are. There is another door that we can take, and this is just going to lead us into a couple of areas where we can actually grab some things. Just open up this door first.
Sweet.
We actually got a couple of things we can grab in here that are worth getting. Is that it, though? Just the med pack? Okay, I thought there was, like, ammo in there as well, but doesn't look like that's the case. Keep heading through. I think if you go down that way, it'll take you back into the main area, but this door right here, this is how we get into the FEV lab, and we're going to want to be very careful heading on in, because this place is under a security lockdown, and we are going to want to make sure we have our weapons ready. Oh, gosh, and don't immediately trigger a trap like that, which is exactly what I did, like a genius. Took you barely a step forward, and that was enough to do it. Okay, let's head on in. We got some decontamination arches here. Dead synths. A little scary, so already telling us something's up in here. But we're after something in particular as we go. Now let's see, what do we got? We got fusion cells, okay. Drinking glass, restored dex. Honestly, some really good junk here if you wanted to grab it, because a lot of the restored and clean stuff just tends to yield a little bit more in the way of parts. Okay, let's take that out. Oh, this is going to get bad, isn't it? Yep. Okay, let's take these turrets out if we can. I knew I should have shot the left one twice and not just once. Okay, we're in caution now. That's good. Also some, I believe, rad-free sugar bombs and cram. Anything you find in the Institute does not have rads. That's an Assaultron. Okay. We're going to need to be very tactical about this X6, and by very tactical, I mean going guns blazing. But if we can, let's try to give ourselves a little bit of an advantage here. Perfect. Turret control. Let's see. System diagnostics. Let's take a look. Okay. Okay, so it's only the two that are directly above us that we got, so we'll just, I guess, deactivate. But because we were able to hack a terminal, X6 is actually a big fan of that. He's a fan of a number of things that we're going to just be kind of doing passively, like getting into power armor and upgrading armor and weapons at workbenches and whatnot. However, he is also a big fan of violence, and we are going to be very accommodating of that given how strong our character is. So let's take this Assaultron out here really quickly before its head laser goes off. And there we go. Beautiful. Okay, not bad. Also, probably shouldn't be grabbing too many things because I am still pretty darn low on carry space, although if I absolutely need to, I can. I actually didn't give him my Gauss rifle that I grabbed in the last episode, and that's definitely one of the heaviest things I'm carrying right now. So if I need to offload that, I can. You notice there are also some mods in here, like the puncturing mod for the pipe wrench. There's also a hooked mod for the pipe wrench. There's I think one or two other mods around here somewhere. I don't know why the pipe wrench, though. It just seems very random, but whatever. Not going to get in a tizzy about it or anything. Nothing else really on these shelves here. I thought there was like 1 or 2 other mods, but I guess I was wrong about that. There are some surgical trays, though, which are good sources of aluminum. Okay. No turrets down that way. So, we're going to start opening up some of these doors. Oh, come on, because we're searching for an experimental serum of sorts.
Yes.
Let's see. Anything in here? Bunch of lab coats. I haven't really been able to find anything but the Black Institute lab coats. I would like a different color, but nope, just hasn't been working out for me. Also, more stuff for the med kits. Nothing in there I want. I mean, I could check the toolboxes, but I won't. All right, I don't like that sound. Oh, gosh. One at a time. I'm going to shoot the barrel because I think that does a little more damage. Yep, than the body. Okay, cool. Now wait for this one to... Ah! There's one over there, too. Hold on. Oh, that's a dead cat. That's a dead cat. That's a dead cat. Oh, that's sad. Oh, no. Hold on. Wait. Don't you dare. Okay. What do we got going on over here? More? I can't believe I can hit it with perfect accuracy from that distance. That's insane. What is this place? I'm gonna open up all these doors while I'm at it, too. Might as well get the free experience. I do have a level up I need to spend. I'm aware of... In fact, now I have 2. More cat meat. Oh, gosh. That's a little scary. Oh, gosh. There's another one on the other side. I should have known they were symmetrical. Hold on. There you are. From here. Got it. Okay. Good stuff. That's just a piece of the turret in there. Let's open this up. Beautiful. What is that? Oh, that's just the turret I destroyed. And another cat. Ooh, a super mutant. Hello. Well, that's odd. Okay, what are super mutants doing in here? That's suddenly very interesting. I'm going to get up on this crate so I can disarm that tripwire. Huh. Nothing over here. Yeah, just a couple of beakers. Not really interested in anything else. And this requires a terminal. So let's do that really fast. Not even. It's bunk. Okay, cool. Let's just open up the door. I don't think I need to do anything more with the turrets. I'm pretty sure. Anything else? Oh. Huh. Hello? Nothing in here at all? Nobody? Okay. Brian Virgil personal log. Well, I'll look at that in a second. Let's look at this terminal first. Okay, subject status, progress reports. So this is all of the subjects, CM and CF. I'm assuming the M means male and the F means female. That's the differentiator. And then the numbers are obviously just designations. Male, mid-30s, poor overall health, post-submersion results, consistent with standard results, subject status discarded. Female, late 30s, moderate overall health, post-submersion results, initially consistent with standard results, rapid decline in physical condition, deceased. Male, early 30s, moderate overall health, submersion results, physical condition consistent with standard, mental acuity charting slightly higher than average, tagged and discarded. Male, late 20s, rapid decline in mental capacity, anomalous physical results, terminated, female, rapid excessive physical growth, aggression far above normal parameters, terminated. Post-submersion results inconclusive, subject status terminated, subject and unintentionally terminated during incident 5, data should be culled from future reports. Was that the one that we found in the other room, possibly? Interesting. The female, early 30s... Or maybe not, because this one's the same. Inconclusive, subject, yep. Okay, same exact situation with you. Progress reports. All right, we got a few. 2020, 77. So a long time ago. It was over a decade ago. Let's take a look. Entered by C. Siverson. Latest round of testing complete. Results are all within expected parameters. Informed Dr. Zimmer directly as he had ordered the test personally. He seemed annoyed with the results, unsure what he was looking for. He declined to specify why he wanted the test run to begin with. This is 9 years later. By Virgil. Brian Virgil, I have officially assumed the lead role on the project after Siverson's passing. Latest round of subjects now show results similar to previous test runs over the last 5 years. No statistical deviation noted. Synthetic organics continue to perform well. The necessity of further tests is unexplained. Then a year later, nothing new, always the same. Have entered formal complaint with Directorate. These tests are not bringing in any valuable information. The organics project was spun off decades ago. Why do we insist on continuing this? And then redacted. Entered by Director Override AZ99. All inquiries about this project should now go straight to the director. The lab will be offline until further notice. So something happened in between then and now. Let's take a look at Brian Virgil's personal log.
Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone! Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan, and if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
Okay, so it's obvious that the Institute, they're big on really unethical scientific experiments, aren't they? And this is obviously, I mean, there's no sugarcoating it, even with somebody as blindly devoted to her pursuit as Nora. Even she can probably look at this entire situation and go, you know, this is messed up, and this is a thing that is bad that my son has done. I mean, you would think so if she's got any moral compass at all. If she has none, then, well, I mean, I guess she could probably overlook it, giving it's her kid, but it's pretty obvious that some bad stuff has gone down here. We understand that, but also FEV, we'll take a look at those in a second too. We've been given an opportunity, obviously, and that changes some things. If, when Sean passes, we're going to have control, and at that point, what we say goes. So, I don't know. Maybe we can make a little bit of a difference in this situation. It's not like Nora is necessarily a bad person. She's just, well, everyone's a little bit complicated. Everyone's morally gray, and everybody has their own selfish reasons for doing what they do. But honestly, there's not really much that you would say that's downright evil that Nora's done, aside from using her incredibly powerful weapons to commit war crimes, but whatever, it's a video game. All right, we're going to grab these FEV research lists. I believe both of these tapes are the same,
this is Dr. Elliot,
but I could be wrong.
Report for the Directorate from Bioscience. The date is, August 2178. I'm pleased to report that, as has been the case during my tenure, crop yields exceed expectations. In point of fact, everything down here is fine, with one notable exception. Dr. Frederick has informed me that the Directorate has pre-approved research on samples of the FEV virus, which he already has in his possession. Now, I'm not one to question the Directorate, you all know that. I don't even want to know where this came from, but, well, this is troubling. Dangerous, possibly. I will do my best to make sure risks are minimized, but I really do hope that the consequences are understood.
Now remember that's a really old tape. That's like over just under 100 years old. Is it over under? Let's see. Where are we at? Do we have a date? Oh, we do have a date. Okay, yeah, just under 100 years old. Which it's amazing that that's been lying around that long. But let's see if is this the same one.
This is Dr.
Nope,
Elliot,
it's a follow-up.
Bioscience Division, March 22, 24. We just received another batch of subjects, but as my previous report stated, we're at an impasse here. More of the same won't help. The two most promising strains of FEV have been adapted to an ideal state, but we're still missing something. I am officially echoing the team's position. The most likely progress for our research on synthetic organics requires new avenues of exploration. Additional Commonwealth subjects will not help. It's the same problem across the board, exposure to too much radiation. We need someone new. There's a proposal we'll be putting forward. I am not entirely comfortable with it, but it seems the best course.
You know, just as a anecdotal out of character note, making those set more than 30 years apart but using the exact same voice actor, I think was a very silly choice. A very lazy choice, if I'm being completely honest, but whatever. Let's head back on into the bioscience area now. I think we're done in here. And, okay, looks like we got a laser wall, so we're going to have to take this down really quickly. Very simply. Luckily, I think it's funny that it's been sealed off for so long, yet we were able to go right through. Although...
humanity's future is taking root right here.
Sure is, Clayton. It sure is. Where is X? Okay, I just wanted to make sure you made it through. I'm actually going to seal this back up for security reasons because it obviously should be done. Not to mention I can get, let's see here. Historical. Okay, I got one more attempt. I think I'm just going to play it safe here and look for a dud like that. If I can get one more dud, we should be able to just go ham on the rest of them. Let's see. It's got to be around here somewhere. Just doing a little bit of a sweep. There it is. Okay, another dud removed. It looks like we might have to go get one more after all. Because what have I already tried? I've tried... Oh, there we go. Tries reset. Okay, cool. Now, confronted. There we go. Got it. Okay, let's reactivate that. And also X6 liked that. So that was kind of a double whammy of success there. Okay, cool. So we have the serum in tow. And we are going to probably take that to Virgil. But we'll do that in due time. We're going to take a big field trip here soon enough. But we're going to grab ourselves some quests before we do so. Let's talk to Clayton.
Clayton.
I'm glad you're here. I'd like to conduct an experiment, but I need some assistance with it. I believe we can improve the growth rates of our crops by using mutated cells, such as those found in super mutants. To test this theory, I'll need a tissue sample from a particularly strong super mutant. I expect I'll eventually need several such samples, but let's just start with one.
You need a tissue sample from a strong super mutant. Got it.
That's right. Now remember, only a particularly hardy super mutant will fit the bill for this experiment. I don't need it right away, but if you do come across such a specimen, I'd be grateful if you could bring back a sample.
Okay, so we're going to get the quest hypothesis. It says collect a flesh sample. Now, he says pretty much any strong one will do, but that's not actually true. It's going to set a radiant quest spot, which is going to actually take us way out here. Holy crap, that is really far from everything else. Our closest spot is, well, probably this right here, the WRVR broadcast station. Into one of the endgame areas, actually, so we'll have to head out there a little bit later. But every single division actually offers different Radiant quests. Well, not every single one. I believe Bioscience, Synth Retention, and Advanced Systems do, but I actually don't think the other ones do. But we're going to have to go out and take a look. However, there are a couple of other people here in Bioscience that we can talk to.
Rosalind is as smart as she is beautiful. I just wish I could get her to...
Okay, I'm not out here to, like... I'm not out here to help you with your dating life, dude. Who was the other one I was talking? Isaac. Let's see. Let's talk to Isaac.
Dr. Carlin?
Well, if it isn't our visitor from the past. Some time ago, we covertly replaced the family patriarch at Warwick Homestead with a synth. He's been field testing a variety of genetically modified seeds that I created. Take this packet of seeds to the Roger Warwick synth. Be careful with these. They represent years of genetic manipulation and enhancement. Hopefully you can manage such a simple task.
You said be extremely careful, but also it's a simple task. Okay, whatever.
Don't patronize me, pencil neck.
Don't forget who you're talking to, Doctor.
I meant no offense. Just, well, let's move on. Now listen closely, because this next part is vitally important. When Roger asks how your trip was, tell him some blood bugs chased you halfway across the Commonwealth. That code phrase will identify you as an agent of the Institute. Also, you must be discreet. Do nothing to draw attention to yourself or raise suspicion.
I understand.
Now hurry on to Warwick Homestead so we can begin the experiment.
Okay, modified seeds added, and we got building a better crop. All right. Also, is it safe for you to walk in there with the gorillas? I thought the whole point that we read was that you were not supposed to do that. You were supposed to send synths to do that, but whatever. All right, so we grabbed ourselves a couple of quests. We're going to grab a few more probably at the start of the next episode, but I think that's going to be it for this one. There was a lot of talk today. There's going to be a little bit more action next time, I promise, after we pick up all of our quests. And you know what? Before we end this episode, I'm going to take the time to put a couple of more perks into some things. Let's see. Oh, we can... I mean, 5-star on Commando would be really, really, really helpful. Obviously, I don't want to go into Lone Wanderer anymore now that we have X6 with us, but let's see here. I think I'm actually going to go into Armor 4 so we can get our last level of Ballistic Weave. And, I mean, as nice as this is almost overkill at the moment. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put another point into Strength. There we go. And that's going to give us access to Strong back for a little bit later. And that should be good for now. But I am definitely going to, once we get going in the next episode and after we've talked to everybody, we're going to go back to Hangman's Alley and I'm going to probably work on a couple of things. I think I might kit out that Gauss rifle that I'm still holding, which is, where is it at? There it is. Recoil compensated high capacity. I only have 170 shots on this thing though, so not a crazy amount, but I mean, we could definitely use it in emergency situations. I don't know, we'll have to see. But for now though, I'm just going to call it here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Fallout 4. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.